Today I'm going to show you guys how I made this exact granny square that I used for my granny square pullover sweater. This granny square is really cool because it looks good on the front and the back, so it's reversible. You're going to need a 4.5 millimeter hook and a pair of scissors. Then you're going to, like I said, have 7 rows. So you can either get 7 different colors or use a few colors more than once. And then of course you're going to need a main color for the background, which I used the purple. So you're going to need a lot of that one color. To get started, we're going to make a magic ring. I'm going to show you guys how to do that really slowly. You're going to wrap it around these 2 fingers to the front, and you're going to make an X. Just like that. And you're going to hold that with your ring finger, so you can hold it in place, and your thumb. So you're going to hold it like this. So you're going to make an X, and then you're going to grab your hook. You're going to go under the top V, and then grab the yarn and pull it under, and then twist, because you're going to make a little tiny loop. You're going to twist, and there's your little tiny loop. Now you're going to pinch this part so that your circle doesn't come loose. Pinch it, let it go. And then while holding your yarn strand, you're going to single crochet. And this is how we'll solidify our circle. And that is a magic ring. Now I'm going to turn it to the left, or so that my yarn tail is on the left of me, so that when we crochet over that yarn. So into the magic circle and over that ring, we're going to chain 4. Just like that. This is going to count as one of our double crochets, and then we're going to put 3 double crochets into the magic circle. This is 1. Move this out the way, it's a little distracting. Then 2 double crochets into the magic circle, and then 3 double crochet into the magic circle. And that's your first cluster. You'll have a total of 4 clusters, and in between you'll chain 2. Now we'll put 3 more double crochets into the magic ring. We'll chain 2 in between. Then we'll place 3 more double crochets into the magic ring. This will be our 3rd cluster. Three double crochets. I'm going to close my circle just a little bit. And now, crocheting over that tail, this first chain 4 that we did counts as one of our double crochets, as one of our, it's a part of the 4th cluster. So that counts as a double crochet. So we only have to put 2 more double crochets into the magic ring. So we'll chain 2, because we chained 2 in between each cluster. We're going to double crochet over that tail and put 2 double crochets into the magic ring. And then this will complete our 4th cluster. Just like that. Now we have 4 clusters. Then we're going to pull on that tail to close that ring completely. Just like that. Now we're going to move on to row 2, and we're going to change the color. So we're going to insert our hook, and we're going to pull up a loop as if we're doing a single crochet, but we're not going to complete it. we're going to cut the yarn, just leave just a little bit of a tail to tie. Then we're going to grab our second row, our new color. We're going to grab our second color. We're going to make a little loop, and we're going to grab that color, and we're going to pull that loop that we made through the 2 loops of your first color. Then we're going to hold it, we're going to put it down, and I'm just going to grab the 2 tails. So the first tail of the one we cut, of the first color, and then the second tail of the new color, the second color. Then we're going to tie that in a knot. I like to tie it in 2 to make sure it's really secure, because this is why we don't have to weave in any ends when we're done. So make sure you tie that tight. And then we're also going to crochet over those 2 tails that we tied together. So we're going to hold that with our finger. Then we're going to put 3 double crochets into this corner space. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to chain 2 in between and put 3 more double crochets into the corner. Now, in doing this, we double crocheted over those 2 tails. So now they're going to be really secure. So after this, when we move on to the next corner, you don't have to crochet over it anymore. You can drop those 2 tails. You don't have to worry about them anymore. We'll deal with them later at the end. Then we're going to skip right into this second corner right here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put 3 double crochets. It's 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets into the corner, the same space. Just like that. Then we're going to move right along into the third corner. 3 double crochets. Two chains, and then 3 more double crochets. Just like that. Into the fourth and last corner, we're going to do the same thing. 3 double crochets. Two chains, and 3 more double crochets. Just like that. Now, after we did our 4 corners, we're going to close this up. We're going to slip stitch into these 2 next stitches. So that's 1 slip stitch. This is 2 slip stitch. We're going to move right into the next one and change our yarn to our 3rd color. We're going to put that down, cut the yarn again, So you insert your hook and you act like you were going to do a single crochet, but you didn't finish. So we grab our third color, sorry. And we're going to pull it through those 2 loops. I'm going to put it down. And we're going to tie those 2 colors together. I'm going to tie them really secure. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing. Well, this one is going to be a little differently, this 3rd row. It's going to start the same though. It's going to start with 4 chains and working over those 2 tails, we're going to place 3 double crochets. Now we're not going to chain 2 and put 3 more. Instead, we're going to jump right into this middle piece here. And we can drop those tails. We don't have to work over them anymore. We're going to work right into this middle space. And we're going to place 3 double crochets. Just like that. Then we're going to jump ahead to the corner, right there. And then we're going to do our corner, which is 3 double crochets, two chains, and 3 more double crochets. That's going to be in all 4 corners only. Then in this middle space, right here, we're going to place 3 double crochets. Just like that. Then in the corner, we're going to do our corner. It's going to be 3 double crochets. Two chains and 3 double crochet. And now into this middle space, we're going to place 3 double crochet. Then we're going to do our last corner, well, our last whole corner. The last one is a half. We're going to place the 3 double crochet. Two chains and 3 double crochet. Then into our last little middle space, we're going to place 3 double crochet. Just like that. Now, our chain 4 that we did in the beginning is going to count as one of the double crochet for that last corner. So in that last space right there, we're going to just place 2 double crochet to complete the 3. Right in that same little corner space, we're going to do 2 double crochet. Just like that. Now we're going to insert into this space like we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to pull up our loop, and now we're going to change into our fourth color. We're going to cut the yarn. We're going to grab our new color, make a little loop, and we're going to pull that little loop through the two loops of the old color. Just like that. Then we're going to put that down, and we're going to tie those two colors together. Just like that. And then again, working over those two strands, we're going to chain 4. And this is going to be the pattern moving forward for all of the rows. We're going to place 3 double crochet. And that's it to begin, because that chain 4 counts as part of the 3 double crochet at the end, and we only place 2. So now we have 2 spaces, and into the spaces on the edges, we're just going to place 3 double crochet. Just like that. And then 3 double crochet. Oops. Just like that. And then into our corner, the corners will always have 3 double crochet, two chains, and then 3 double crochet. Just like that. And then again, in these 2 spaces, we're going to put 3 double crochet. Three double crochet. And then our next corner, it's going to be 3 double crochet, two chains, and 3 double crochet. This is the pattern. Into the next 2 spaces along the side is where we put just 3 double crochet. Then into the corners, it's the 3 double crochet, 2 chains, and 3 double crochet. And then into the 2 spaces on the side, 3 double crochet. And then I'll meet you when we get to the end. We're at the end, so we know that chain 4 at the beginning counts as one of our double crochet. So into the last corner, we're just going to place 2 double crochet. Just like this. Just like that. Now we're going to insert as if we're doing a single crochet. Then we're going to cut the yarn. We're going to get our 5th color. going to make a little loop and pull it through the 2 loops. Oops. We're going to put it down so that we can tie the 2 strands together securely. And this looks like a mess now, but I promise at the end, you'll be able to use this granny square on either side. It'll look seamless. You won't even tell. Like, unless you really, really look. Like, you can tell which was the front or the back. But other than that, it's really neat. Then again, we're going to chain 4. Then, while working over the 2 strands, so we can secure it, we're going to place 3 double crochet, because those first chain 4 counts as one of the double crochet in the end. Just like that. Then we can drop that tail, and now working into the edges, we have 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and then the corner. So on the edges, you just place 3 double crochet, and then again in the corners, you're just going to place your 3 double crochet, 2 chains, and 3 double crochet all the way to the end till you get back to where you started. I'll meet you when we get there. Here we are, we're at the end. So that chain 4 counted for one of our double crochet. So now we only have to place 2 double crochet to complete this row. Now we're ready to change to our 6 color. We're going to cut the yarn. We're going to get our new color. We're going to make a little loop, just like this. And we're going to pull that through the 2 loops. We're going to put it down. We're going to tie those 2 strings together securely. And we're going to worry about them later. Just like that. Then we're going to chain 4. This counts as a double crochet for later. And then while working over these 2 tails, you're going to place your 3 double crochet. And then again, along the side, you're just going to place 3 double crochet. 2, 3, so you have 4 spaces to put 3 double crochet, and then into the corners you'll put your 3 double crochet, 2 chains, and 3 double crochet. I'm going to do that and meet you at the end. Now we're going to place our 2 double crochet to complete this row, just like that. Now we're going to move on to our last row. This is our main color. So this should be the yarn you have the most of. We're going to cut the old yarn. We're going to grab our base color. And just like before, we're going to create a little loop. Just like that. And then we're going to pull that through the 2 loops. We're going to put it down and tie those 2 colors together. The 2 tails of the 2 colors, not the one you're working with. We're going to chain 4. There we go. And then we're going to, as usual, working over those 2 colors, we're going to place our 3 double crochet to begin. just like that. Once you do that, you can drop those tails. You don't have to work over them anymore. Then into these spaces, you're going to place your 3 double crochet, and then into the corners, you guys already know, 3 double crochet, 2 chains, and 3 double crochet. I'll do that, and I'll meet you when we get to the end. Here we are. That was fast. Now we're going to place 2 double crochet to end this. And now we're done. We're out of colors. So instead of not completing, we're just going to insert our hook and we're going to do a slip stitch. That, I'm just going to pull that one through. And then we're going to fasten this off with 2 chains, a little tail to weave in, and we're going to cut the yarn. We're going to pull that through. We're going to pull that knot down and tighten it really tight. I'll weave that in later, or you can cut it, it doesn't matter. And now we're going to deal with these strings. So now that we did all the knots and we crocheted over it, we can simply just cut it. Cut it as close as you can. Be careful. But that's it. Is once you cut it, you won't see it anymore. It will kind of tuck underneath the double crochets, and you won't be able to tell where the strings were. And this is what makes it really seamless and really neat and kind of like really perfect. So it really works. And it even tricked me because there's some parts of the pullover sweater that were put together like in the inside out of some of the squares because I couldn't tell what was the wrong side or the right side. So it really doesn't matter. It's completely reversible, and that's what makes this granny square so cool. So yeah, so you're pretty much done. Now we're going to deal with the string in the middle, and this was the middle string of our magic ring. So I want to make sure it doesn't open and it's really secure and tight. So we're going to grab a darting needle, and we're just going to sew it or weave it through the circle, the double crochets that we made in the beginning through the first color. We're just going to go through a few stitches. It doesn't have to be like perfectly through all of the stitches in the circle. You kind of want to skip so it makes it tighter, and just do it a few times until it feels secure to you. Sometimes I do it about 3. Sometimes I do it 2 times just till I feel like it's secure. And then once you do that, you can just cut that off and you are done. This is the square that I made for the pullover sweater. And you're going to have to make quite a few of these, so get comfortable. But at least you don't have to weave in any ends. See, this is how it looks. This is actually the wrong side of the granny square. This is the right side. Like, you can tell, but you can't tell because I couldn't tell. I honestly have a few squares on my sweater that's on the wrong side that I realized later because I put them together and I didn't realize. I couldn't tell. You're going to need 44 of these squares for this sweater that I made. And in part 2 of the video, I'll show you the assembly and how to put it together.